Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a massive question for any company that's brought on a fractional CMO. How do you actually know if it's working? In the next few minutes, we're going to build a simple but really powerful framework to see their true impact. All right, let's dive in. So you've made the move. You've brought in this part-time exec to steer your marketing ship. But maybe a few weeks or even a few months in, you're asking yourself this exact question. And if you are, trust me, you are not alone. The answer isn't always obvious.
And here's why it's so tricky. You see, a great fractional CMO is often doing the deep, foundational work, rebuilding your strategy, fixing broken systems, and that kind of high-level stuff, while it's absolutely essential, well, it doesn't exactly show up in the daily sales or traffic numbers right away.
But, that invisibility can be a huge problem for any leader. You need to see the value, right? So, let's do it. Let's build that system. A framework that makes all that strategic work totally visible, actionable, and most importantly, measurable.
So before we go any further, let's just make sure we're on the same page with what a fractional CMO actually is. They're not just another consultant, okay? They are a part-time executive, a member of your leadership team, and their job is to steer the entire marketing function toward real, tangible growth.
All right, Section 1. Measuring the invisible expert.
This quote from upGrowth, it just nails the whole problem, doesn't it? Without some kind of structured reporting, all that critical work, like repositioning your brand or fixing a leaky sales funnel, it just gets lost in all the daily noise. Reporting is what makes the invisible visible. Simple as that.
And this is exactly why measurement isn't just a nice-to-have, it's non-negotiable. First, you've got to prove the ROI and justify the investment. Second, it gets all your teams aligned, so marketing, sales, and product are all rowing in the same direction. And finally, it connects what they're doing directly to the company's biggest goals.
Okay, Section 2, the 4 pillars of impact. Now this is really the heart of the whole framework. It's how you get a complete 360-degree view of their performance.
So, Pillar 1 is all about strategic alignment. We're starting here because, honestly, it's the biggest question of all. Is marketing actually pushing the entire company forward, or is it just kind of running in its own little silo? This is all about making sure there's one unified direction.
The KPIs here, they connect marketing straight to the boardroom. So instead of just talking about leads, we're tracking marketing's actual contribution to revenue. We're literally scoring how well sales and marketing are aligned. And we're measuring progress on the company's main OKRs. These are C-suite level metrics.
Next up, Pillar 2, funnel performance metrics. Okay, so if strategic alignment was the why, funnel performance is the how. These numbers show you how effectively your fractional CMO is actually executing on that strategy and optimizing the entire customer journey.
The big focus here is quality, not just quantity. We're tracking the conversion rates between each stage of the funnel. For example, what percentage of your marketing qualified leads, or MQLs, get accepted by the sales team as sales qualified leads, or SQLs? When you see that number go up, you know marketing is delivering real opportunities, not just a list of names.
Pillar 3 is all about campaign efficiency. And really, this comes down to financial accountability. Is the marketing budget being spent wisely? Are we getting more bang for our buck because of the new strategy?
And the KPIs here, they're super powerful. A falling customer acquisition cost, your CAC, shows that you're getting new customers more cheaply. A rising return on ad spend, or ROAS, proves that every single dollar you're putting into ads is working harder for you. This is where you see strategy translate directly into financial returns. All right, our fourth and final pillar is brand and content health. Now, this is probably the most overlooked area, but it's where so much long-term value is built. This pillar tracks those subtle but absolutely critical improvements in how your brand is seen and understood in the market. I mean, just think about what these KPIs are telling you. Higher landing page conversions? That proves your messaging is finally hitting the mark. Growth in your organic keyword shows you're actually becoming an authority in your space. And a jump in direct traffic? That's pure brand recall in action. It means people are seeking you out by name.
And here it is. This is how it all comes together in the complete impact scorecard. It's a totally balanced view. Each pillar gets equal weight because they're all equally important. Together, they tell the full story.
from the highest level strategy all the way down to your long-term brand value.
Okay, section 3, the rhythm of reporting. Because look, a great scorecard is totally useless if you don't have a consistent process for actually using it.
A really healthy reporting rhythm has these 3 loops. You've got the weekly meeting, which is just a quick, tactical pulse check on what's happening. Then the monthly review, where you zoom out to look at strategy and bigger trends. And then there's the big one, the 90-day impact review. That's where you validate the ROI and plan out the next major strategic push.
And finally, section 4, from data to decisions. Because let's be real, the entire point of measuring all this stuff is to make better decisions.
Now, this slide highlights probably the most critical mindset shift you can make. Your dashboard, it's not a report card looking backwards at what happened. It's a decision tool that helps you look forward. It should be actively guiding your budget, your hiring, and your strategy by helping you answer that one crucial question. So what should we do next?
It's also so important to remember that your key metrics are going to change as your business grows. When you're in the early stages, you're just looking for signals, so cost per lead might be your main focus. But during that growth stage, it's all about efficiency, so that ratio of customer acquisition cost to lifetime value becomes your North Star. And then, once you're at scale, you're optimizing a whole system, so a blended return on ad spend becomes critical.
And ultimately, this is the goal. When you have this level of shared clarity and you're all looking at the same data, your fractional CMO stops being just a contractor. They become a true, trusted growth partner who's right there with you, helping pilot the business.
So, I'll leave you with this final question to chew on. Is your marketing just driving activity, keeping people busy, or is it driving real business outcomes, the kind that actually move the needle? With the right measurement system, you can finally know for sure. Thanks for watching The Explainer.